going on these days?
Baby, it's Ron. Stop talking. Why are you so fucking rude, bitch?
Smoking that Natalie, smoking up.
Fly me overseas.
Oh my God! Look at her neck. Oh my God!
Even gonna lie, I like Suki with the good coochie, but what she did to Gretchen by stabbing her, like, does she know, like, if it went into the fucking artery, Gretchen would have been, like, gone? Like, I feel like Zeus needs to fix their fucking contracts, because if this was Bad Girls Club, because I remember in season 17, Susan got sent home for fighting Francesca because she had a rat tail comb in her hand. Zeus needs to start doing that. Zeus needs to start sending people home for violence. But they let shit like Tommy slide and Suki slide and shit like that.
What's going on, my aliens? It's your girl Ivy Allure, aka VibesWitIvyy, and we is back to talk about what's going on. Now, never mind my voice, your girl got a little sick. But that doesn't stop the movement at all. I've been watching, keeping my eyes open when it comes to these networks and what's going on, and I'm not gonna lie, man. From the notes that I have gathered, it's honestly sending a shiver down my spine. Not even trying to be funny, but to be for real. When it comes to Summer, Pee-wee, you know, the one that was on Erica's show, even Mel has came out and revealed some allegations. Ivory's on live going ham and cheese because what she said about Kayla. And Kayla, man, her and C. Rose, it's been quite dreadful. But I mean, we all gotta meet our match one day, right? And I really want to know from y'all, if y'all peeped what I peeped, what a lot of other people peeped when they first fought C. Rose and Kayla. They blurred out Kayla's hand, and I was wondering what is in her hand for them to have to blur it out. I seen what people thought, and it was quite interesting. But my true question is, what do you think? Something else I would like to bring up is the situation that happened with Gretchen and Suki on Baddies. Now, when it all happened on that episode, I seen that her neck was bleeding. And I was literally like, okay, how the hell did that happen? To be truthful, I didn't think initially that it was intentional until Rolly and Tinka started asking everyone who cut her. Then I was like, hold up, did I miss anything? So I replayed it a couple times. Y'all know how these scenes happen so quickly, so it's hard to really get a good angle of her hands while it's all going on, but I did see that she has something on her finger. A finger sprint, like the one above. But I don't know, y'all. I didn't see anything in her hand. Now, I'm just an alien with an analyzing opinion, just observing what's seen and also knowing when to read in between the lines. So when Rolly and Tinka put it out there in the way that they did, I said, was that an assumption due to maybe how the wound looked on Gretchen's neck? But to say, like, cut her, or to even be asking anyone who cut her, knowing that y'all just witnessed the fight, why was your first thought who cut her? Why exactly was that a question? What made them think that? I'm just saying, it made me just think, what are y'all trying to say? Was it an accident? Or did they just allegedly see something we didn't see? I'm not sure, and I'm not going to be too quick to come to no conclusions or speculations. But this is what Summer had to say.
We all know Suki did it. Like, that bitch, I don't know what she think Baddies is. I think she think Baddies is the streets, for real. Like, she think that Baddies is like, bitch, eat or get ate. Like, bitch, we on a guard or something. Like, bitch, calm the fuck down. Like, calm down. Like, bitch, what the fuck, you ain't have to stab that girl? She was in the hospital for like 3 days.
So y'all see what Summer had to say, and if you ask me, it lines up with the sentiment that Tinka and Rolly had. So, I mean, I can't say for certain that it's true. All I can say really is that Gretchen would know the truth. I mean, at least the closest to it. But you know, Summer is no stranger to revealing things when it comes to baddies. So, y'all know the whole thing that happened with the bodyguard. Now, because of that whole situation, I'm not gonna lie, I do take some things that she say with just a little hint of truth, because rather people want to, like, believe it or not, she has this one thing that is hanging over Lemmy's head. And if you ask me, it has a lot to do with why he don't really care for Summer. There's many examples of how he has shown this on the show itself, but we can tell that he does not favor her at all. You know how he is with his ChatGPT responses? In my opinion, I feel like he wants people to believe that things are not how they seem to appear. So imagine someone having something that's, you know, hanging over your head, something serious, you know, something alleged, but something that will literally crumple your whole business. What do? You do everything in your power to destroy their image by letting fights go on a little longer than they're supposed to, by letting certain remarks be aired that should have been blurred out, bleeped out, whatever you want to call it.
by editing certain scenes so it can pay out in different people's favors. Low key, probably, you know, throwing fuel on this whole big three situation because he knew it was gonna make ratings. Point is, they need to play it careful because Summer, I don't know, y'all. I feel like she might end up telling this.
My family and my real ass friends. I am. Trust me, I am.
And I don't know who then decided to put my face and my image on YouTube, but they done made a whole YouTube clip about me, got me in it, and they go into details about how this person was in this situation. They was, you know what I'm saying, it got a little sticky. You know, I don't want to talk about it too much. You know, I can't go into too much details because for legal concerns on their end, but not on my end. But also TikTok don't be want me to let all y'all know that explicit info like that. They don't be want me to tell y'all like that. So I got to find a way to kind of give y'all insight. So read between the lines. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got your thinking cap on, you know, today type shit. So they sent me the blog, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, this crazy. But look, y'all, do me a favor though. Hold on. Do me a favor though, because see, I got to go do something. So look, make sure y'all tune back into my next live, because I promise as soon as I go live again, I'm going to tell y'all all about it, man.
There's her side, his side, and whomever's side, and the truth somewhere right in the middle. All I can hope is that the situation was accidental, sort of like the situation with Gretchen. But when it comes to the security, I do believe that they should be trained to handle different situations in different manners, especially if it's a woman. Not making excuses, but the cast is just as important when it comes down to their safety, regardless on if they bring the situation onto themselves or not. I bet you, if whatever security guard who did this handled it different, wouldn't have to worry about alleged potential lawsuits from his cast members. Just saying. And honestly, y'all, Tommy is another good example of this being a liability to a company that can be sued, allegedly, because of her actions of bringing weapons and other things on the set. But I'm just an alien. So let's see how the people are feeling about that whole Tommy situation that went down.
We do this, but I'm about to do it right now because the bitch got me fucked up. Since the internet like drama so bad, let me give you some tea. Everybody that watch Baddies know it's the clip that just went viral with Tommy Lee, my baby, of her pulling out a BB gun on the show of Baddies. And I'm sure it's going to be the most viewed episode and seen and most talked about of the entire season of Baddie Midwest. So this girl, Miss Williams, responded to a post about it saying, I feel like if she really had a gun, she would have done it, but she chose an alternative so she wouldn't go back to jail. I basically agree with her, and I feel like Tommy Lee is smarter than that to bring a real on set to what she had to do to prove her point because she values her freedom. So here comes a 60 in the comment, of course coming for me and not her when I'm saying the same thing she's saying because he feel like I'm an easy target. Talking about some, she can still go to jail for assault. I responded and I said, I'm very aware of that. But the chances of her going to jail for assault and them pressing charges is highly unlikely because he had said something about some they can press charges and this, that, and the third. But even if she did get an assault charge or they press charges, she's still going to get less time for shooting BB gun bullets versus actual gun bullets. Because if you shoot somebody with a real gun, y'all know that you're going to get hit with attempted murder or, you know what I'm saying, a more serious case than you would in an assault charge with a BB gun. So anyway, I decided I don't want to go back and forth with this bitch, and I just...
Right. But in other Baddies news, what's really going on with the last episode? I mean, for one, am I the only one who feels like everyone has a little too much of a say-so in the Big Three's friendship and dynamic? Constantly asking what's going on with them, interfering when they get into it. I'm just like, yo, be quiet. Because what y'all are failing to realize is that Summer has been the same way since they met her. And now's the problem? Yeah. If you ask me, they're slightly adding more fuel to the fire. They already see that these ladies are clearly going through something, and instead of pulling them to the side on some real sisterhood but instead they're putting it on public display where the others can stand around as an audience because most of them don't even like Summer. To me, it looks like when a teacher picks an assignment, breaks it up into two groups, and majority goes to one side, leaving the rest to decide. And a lot of times people go where the majority is. Doesn't it make a fact for the situation? But it makes it a fact in generally. Dolly has this moment where I guess she felt like she was trying to intimidate Summer, and Summer just sat there just like, okay, all right, okay. And I'm just like, exactly. I don't know what the hell you was trying to pull just then, but it looks weird. It looks like you're just trying to pick a fight with this girl for no reason. I mean, I get it. She do be antagonizing low-key. But once again, this is someone that you used to be friends with. And like I said, this girl was exactly the same way she was from the beginning. When you first met her, she hasn't changed. She's been the same person consistently. So for you now to have an issue, such a big issue with it now, it just looks lame. Real corny like. Flippy floppy. Switcherooing. Shoot, I don't know what word to use. But at the end of the day, it just gives me a weird vibe. And I'm sorry, these ladies are actually like planting seeds. They're planting seeds and they want Lex to beat Summer up. They want it to happen. They're literally manifesting it right now. In these episodes, they low-key put a battery in Lex's back. whether she wants to admit it or not. You let these ladies interfere inside a relationship that they had no business interfering in. I don't care. I'm sorry. A real friend would have been like, look, I got this. I got this. But no, once things don't start making sense, once things are no longer beneficial, when things are no longer something to get clout after, it starts to be an annoyance. They start to see that, hey, nobody really likes this person. Maybe we should, dip out. Who knows? We'll just have to see. Before I end this video, I definitely want to mention my boy Pee-wee. Rest in peace to you. It's really a sad, sad situation that, you know, he's someone that is now gone. Another member off of Erica's show. It's really eerie. It's really scary. Here's the news clip.
Baby, I don't wish this on nobody.
Pee-wee, a cast-associated figure from Two Ways with Erica Mena, has been confirmed dead in St. Louis, Missouri. Police stated that the case was initially treated as a missing person investigation. Law enforcement later tracked his cell phone signal to an area near Olive Street, where a man was found lying unresponsive. When officers arrived on scene, the victim showed no signs of life. He had a visible puncture wound to the torso and was pronounced dead at the location. Just days before his death, Pee-wee had gone viral online.
Damn. This is so sad, and to make things worse, those viral clips are still floating around of this young man. It's sad. I don't know, y'all. I think they need to just scrap the whole thing. I don't even want to see that clip anymore. It's just so scary. It really is, to know that that's the last visual image that we have of him, and probably even some of his friends and his family. Like, it's so disturbing. It's beyond disturbing. I don't know what's going on, but I want to say he's maybe the second or third person who's passed away from Erica's show, because there was also a woman who passed away as well. But I wasn't sure if she was from Erica's show or Jocelyn's at first. But either way, rest in peace to him, and condolences to his family and the other cast members who have passed away. It actually reminds me a lot of a situation that happened years ago. Here's the clip.
Baddies, but they're currently filming a Midwest season of the show, and this woman is currently unalived. Her body was found the other day in Ohio in an abandoned building, and we need your help finding answers on what happened to her. Her name is Karen Raina Dunlap, and she was found unalived in Cleveland, Ohio, and her family is actively searching for answers. They say that she was going for a Baddies event audition and ended up going missing for almost 2 months and was found unalived yesterday. This is the creepy thing about this case, is the fact that her Twitter has been active for the past 2 months, but obviously it wasn't her using it, you know, if she was murdered. Y'all can pause to read this. It says, this is for our couch detectives in the DMV. My baby Karen Raina Dunlap was a social influencer and public profile. You know, she had a public profile. She was found in an abandoned Cleveland home deceased. She didn't do drugs. She was from MD. I found out she was evicted from her longtime apartment. So she had been going through a lot of different things, but she wanted to get on the show to, you know, hopefully in hopes of blowing up. So I'll let y'all read that. And she was posting really strange tweets on her page that weren't like her, like, you know, posts of Moana and weird things. Like, this case is so strange, you guys. And her family believes that these posts are not really her posting, but somebody who could have been the one who unalived her posting these things. And also multiple cast members of Baddies knew her. There's a lot of people saying that, like, Natalie Nunn is one of the people that knew her. I'm not sure 100% who are the people in Baddies that knew her, but she had connections. The mother came out and said she has no information on where her daughter was.
And according to latest news, they have arrested a man for running fake auditions for Baddies, and he had been getting away with it for years. Connecting, contacting, and luring women to a false audition to grape them or violate them. It's sickening. But when you think about it, predators, traffickers, or just anyone preying on vulnerability or exploitations, their eyes will light up to things like baddie auditions, because this is highly known. It's a highly known platform where women all over the world are traveling to try to get a piece of notoriety, clout, or fame for going on these shows. Y'all know that. Please be careful though. My women, my men, please. And one last thing I would like to mention is the ordeal with Mel on NowThat'sTV. She came out and spoke about hanging out with a few people she thought were, you know, her friends or associates or whatever. And how at the end of the night, she woke up with some things pulled down that weren't supposed to be pulled down and wasn't pulled down beforehand. And of course, like anyone else, you're going to start worrying. I mean, I would have. So she had that right. And to be real, Lori is flawed because she was one of the people that was with her. Woman to woman, you don't never leave another woman alone intoxicated. And I mean, is that not part of Girl 101? But these are the moments where people reveal their true character. And when it comes to Bino, however you say his name, he's clearly someone who wants to clout. You can tell by how he moves. He wants to be seen. He wants to be relevant, which makes him just dangerous to be around, period. But this is what Mel had to say.
Yeah, go to my story. You can see me dancing on Bino's story or whatever the fuck. Fuck that. I wake up and I'm in a fucking a hotel room. But I wake up with my pants, my shorts off. This is so hard to do because like I don't want to make nobody feel like I don't want to make nobody like look like they did something to me. You know what I mean? And like if they innocent, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to make like I woke up and my pants was off. Go to the bathroom, right? Like nobody in here with me. Nobody in this room with me. Like I got one sandal in here, mind you, one sandal. Right? Okay, Lori put you in the room, which is understandable because Lori, you know, she was trying to help me. Okay. Mind you, this is what I wake up to. So like I'm confused a little bit. You know, like what was I fighting for? You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah.
I love you. Just stop crying, Lori. That's so fucked up, bro. I did not even. It's okay. Oh my god, bro. Stop crying. Not even. It's okay. You want to drink? No, wait, no. They don't take that. I'm on the girl. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they already told her, so she apologized. Then she went back with her little freaky ass friends.
It is 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock at night. Bitch, I'm not gonna deal with all of this shit at 7 o'clock at night. We are drunk. And mind you, my drunk completely went the fuck out the window. I wasn't even drunk no more. Cause it's just like, bitch, now I gotta look after you. But by the end of that night, I went back to drinking. Yeah, well, I sure did. I went back and grabbed that bottle. You feel me? For us, so I get it. You probably just a little, you know, you're a little drunker. But then it's just like the story not adding up, bitch. And you really sitting over here playing the game. And I told my mama, see you in jail, bitch. I swear to God, see you in jail. See you in jail. I don't care.
If you been here in jail, you gonna go visit the bitch?
No, I will see her when she's going to jail. So I want to see her going to jail.
A lot to take in. And I'm never going to be the person who invalidates something someone may have went through when you're under the influence. Things get hazy. And I actually don't think Mel would come out to throw allegations on someone to be spiteful. I mean, I believe she doesn't remember, and for anyone, that's scary as hell. Even if she really only had a few drinks that night, and maybe thought she was good with who she was with, and lost track of the night. Woke up confused on what she couldn't remember. When I see stuff like this, I'm not quick to judge. I feel for anyone in a situation like that. And I can also understand because she doesn't recall everything. It leaves an empty space for people to make their own assumptions or come to their own conclusion. I mean, look, Lori has her own free will to deny the allegations if that's her truth. I won't argue with it, but I just wish, if anything, that Mel wasn't just left by herself while she was heavily intoxicated. Just me speaking from the lens of an alien mind. But what do you think, alien gang? When it comes to what's the truth and what's not? When it comes to the seeds that are being planted and possibly orchestrated behind the curtain? Because possibly there has been undiscussed, resentful feelings towards some cast, allegedly. What are your thoughts on Mel, Pee-wee, or Suki allegedly jabbing Gretchen? Let me know. But I'm going to leave you with this. The rest of the cast have involved themselves with troubles of the big three. The seed has been planted. And once Summer came out with that last accusation between her and Lex, to me, that was the last straw. At this point, like I said, it's being orchestrated. If she was talking to me like that, or I don't know why y'all keep letting her slide, little remarks like that are being made behind the scenes and even in front of our faces. Now, I don't know what you guys call that, but in my eyes, that's planting seeds. And even if it's not being said in front of our faces, clearly Lex and Dolly are receiving the remarks that are being made by the, other ladies, making them feel like they ain't doing enough. She's violating you and you just gonna let her say that about you, Lex? Type shit like that. And no, Summer is not helping the situation by constantly comparing herself to Lex when it comes to that whole performing thing. Because whether you see it like this or not, you're giving them ammo to use against you, to call you out on. The realest thing Biggie said in that last episode was, yes, I do believe Summer is a star. She just don't know when to sprinkle. Or shine. It was something like that, but it made a lot of sense. You can know that you're a wave, but you gotta know when to create the waves. You know, if you just go around creating waves wherever you go, you end up in situations like the one that Summer's in. I mean, I could be wrong, and that's okay. But to me, the ladies is giving me this type of energy that's just like, they want that fight to happen. And it's gonna happen. They want it to happen. Because they can't stand her. Y'all know that. So when Summer came out her mouth revealing that last thing, whether it may or may not have happened, y'all know what I think. But yeah, either which way, she said, nah. Lex was like, this is the last straw. I can't let this slide in front of everybody. That's just how I feel. And I mean, Dolly, she's just random. I feel like she's doing all that she's doing now because she's been quiet. These last few episodes, she's been quiet as a mouse, and now she needs a moment. Now she wants to fade with everybody. I'm just saying. But I'm gonna ask y'all this, like on some real stuff. When y'all really think about it, is beating Summer up even a win? I mean, she the type to talk before and after an ass whooping. But hey, I don't know. Look like C's being planted and batteries is being installed in backs, but you let me know what you think. Diamond may have been right. She may have been right. But that's all I got, y'all. And until next time, I'm out.